All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to trace the critical evolution of Wi-Fi, starting from its earliest, completely broken security, all the way to the multi-gigabit speeds and, the robust protection that we expect from tomorrow's networks. Okay, let's jump right in. Now, just so you know, this is part 6 of a much bigger 20-part series. It's all based on a really detailed report on Wi-Fi and Bluetooth standards from the folks at RFI Detectives. We're going to be zeroing in on the core engineering and security principles that really define modern wireless. So, where do we start? Well, right at the very beginning. A time when the incredible promise of wireless freedom came with this severe, and for a lot of people, a hidden cost that basically compromised networks from day one. I'm talking about 802.11b. For a lot of us, this is where it all began, right? This standard took wireless from being some niche tech to a name everybody knew. Suddenly, we were untethered. Laptops, airports, coffee shops. It was a genuine revolution. But it came with a huge engineering flaw. But here's the thing. This newfound freedom, it was basically built on a foundation of sand. The security protocol that was designed to protect all these new wireless networks, well, it was fundamentally broken from the moment it was conceived. HEWEP, Wired Equivalent Privacy. I mean, what can you even say? It was a catastrophic failure in cryptographic engineering. Its weaknesses were so bad that any network still using it today isn't just vulnerable, it is wide open. So this massive early failure, it kicked off a two-front war that has really defined Wi-Fi's evolution ever since. This constant race for more speed to meet an absolutely insatiable demand, and at the same time, a desperate scramble to secure the airwaves. And you can just see this tug of war playing out on this timeline. Just look at it. Every massive leap in speed, and I mean going from 11 megabits with 802.11b to nearly 7 terabits with 802.11ac, was shadowed by a critical security update. The industry was constantly playing catch-up, moving from the broken WP through that stopgap WPA, and finally landing on the robust WPA2. So here's the crucial takeaway here. WPA was only ever meant to be a temporary fix. It was a band-aid to plug the most glaring holes in WEP. WPA2, on the other hand, with its mandatory AES encryption, that was the real deal. It was the enterprise-grade standard that finally secured our wireless networks for years. Okay, that brings us to the modern era. And as you know, the engineering challenge has totally shifted. It's not just about raw speed anymore. The real problem to solve is efficiency. How do you handle hundreds of devices all competing for airtime in these dense, noisy RF environments? And this is where Wi-Fi 6 marked a true paradigm shift. The engineering focus pivoted from how fast can we go to how efficiently can we communicate. It wasn't just about a higher top speed, it was about introducing these foundational technologies like OFDMA and BSF coloring to specifically manage network congestion. Let's break down how these techs solve the problems you deal with every single day. OFDMA? It lets an access point talk to multiple devices at the exact same time. It's critical in a crowded office. BSS coloring helps reduce interference from your neighbor's networks, a huge issue in dense areas. And target wake time is an absolute game changer for all those battery-powered IoT devices, letting them sleep to save power. And right alongside those performance boosts came WPA3. It finally replaces that old pre-shared key model, which, as you know, was vulnerable to offline dictionary attacks. Instead, we get a modern, secure handshake method called Simultaneous Authentication of Equals, or SAE. All right, let's look over the horizon to what's next. Wi-Fi 7. Formally, it's known as 802.11b. That's BE. And it is so critical we don't confuse it with that original 802.11b standard. This latest evolution is engineered for one thing: extreme high-throughput performance. So how does it do it? Well, it starts by doubling the maximum channel width to a massive 320 megahertz. And this is only available in that clean, beautiful 6 gigahertz spectrum. On top of that, it brings in a much denser modulation scheme, 4096 QAM. In simple terms, this thing encodes 12 bits of data for every symbol. That's a 20% jump in spectral efficiency over Wi-Fi 6. So you combine that wider channel with that denser modulation, and the result is a staggering theoretical speed of 46 gigabits per second. That's the kind of performance you need for things like high-res XR and real-time industrial automation. So, we've gone from totally broken WEP to these insane 46 gigabit speeds. What does this whole evolutionary journey mean for you right now as you're designing and managing your networks? This table right here, it gives you a crystal clear roadmap. Any security protocol below WPA2 using AES isn't just old, it's a liability. The strategic goal for any modern network has to be migrating all your clients to WPA3 and actively decommissioning these legacy protocols for good. You know, the source material is absolutely unambiguous on this, and it's worth repeating. Supporting legacy security isn't just a sign that your network is weak. It is, by definition, an open door for attackers. So here it is, your operational checklist. And look, these are not suggestions. These are the non-negotiable actions for securing a modern wireless infrastructure. You've got to deploy WPA3, eliminate legacy protocols, patch obsessively, segment your IoT devices, and actively monitor your airwaves. And all of this brings us to the final critical question. This evolution from broken WEP to 46 gigabit Wi-Fi 7 isn't just a history lesson, it's a roadmap. Preparing for the performance demands of tomorrow means your security posture and your network segmentation have to be absolutely rock solid today. So, is your foundation ready for what's next?